This building has served as the ear, nose, and throat main clinic for the department for 30 plus years. I think we moved into here in 1981, at which time it was a pretty amazing facility for the time. You know, an integrated clinic with audiology services and the ear, nose, and throat department. The ear, nose, and throat department provides care for disorders of the head and neck for not only Kingston but the entire Southeast Lynn region. Our specialty encompasses everything from essentially the collarbones up, except we don't tend to get into neurosurgical stuff and the eye care. Over time, the need for our services has grown, as has the region, and as a result, very slowly but surely, we've become constricted by the space that we're given, and this particular facility, it's not possible to make it grow. The other thing that's happened is we've noticed over time that the facility itself, access is a bit of a problem at times with an older elevator and having facilities being run in the basement and on the main floor. So our opportunity now to move into the main hospital, not only to expand the size of our clinical space, but also to give patients better access to the care just through facilities and a nicely designed environment, will be a huge step forward for us. We'll be able to address issues that we have within our wait lists, where people, I believe, are waiting a bit too long to get access to our services, and having more space gives the opportunity to bring in more people to do this work that we do.
The Churchill Foundation has made a donation of $100,000 towards this project.
Larry Gibson, early on in his battle with cancer, started to work with this exceptional team in this department, and has had phenomenal things to say about them and the quality of care that he received here. So it's a great opportunity for us to be involved in this project, and we're very excited to announce today that we're going to commit $200,000 as a matching gift towards the design of the new department. So thanks.
So on behalf of the Board of Directors of Hotel Dieu Hospital, I truly want to thank our dear friend David Bonham, who's the trustee for the Churchill Foundation. And I'm sure you had a great deal to do with the $100,000 gift to this very, very important program. And as well, I want to thank Jay Rayner and the Gibson Trust and Estate for the $200,000 matching gift. And I hope that we can really put you to the challenge on that one, and that we raise a lot of money, and especially in memory of Larry and the fondness that we hold of him and his memory.
My name is Rachel Cuddington, and I'm from the Quinte West area. I'm here to talk to you about the importance of the ENT facility and how it has actually helped me with my life. As a young child, I suffered from ear infections and chronic earaches, and I had several surgeries to have tubes put in my ears. Unfortunately, none of them ever took. I missed out on a lot of school because I kept getting sick and had fevers, and I also missed out on getting to play outside. To make matters worse, when I was a little kid, probably in grade 2, one of my friend's younger sisters had brought a bike horn to school and put it up against my ear, and they had honked it as a joke. And as an effect, they had ended up rupturing my eardrum, and later on that day it started bleeding, and we went to an ENT in Toronto, and we had dubbed it as an ear infection. As I grew older, the ear infections came less and less frequent, but what I didn't realize is that a cholesteatoma had formed in my ear. A couple summers ago, I went swimming at a friend's place, and it was at a lake, and I had water in my ears. Afterwards, I had started feeling pain in my ear, and it started draining and having a foul smell to it. Soon after that, I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear at all. It didn't take long for me to realize that I was experiencing an ear infection that wouldn't go away with antibiotics. At which time, my doctor referred me to the Hotel Dieu ENT department here, and I got to see Dr. Hall. Dr. Hall tried to correct the infection, but it always returned. It was clear that something else was going on, and Dr. Hall had me see Dr. Hollins. They sent me for a CAT scan to find out what was going on. We discovered that cholesteatoma and that the need for surgery was urgent. Needless to say, I was scared. Dr. Hollins let my parents know that with the inflammation in my ear, it was difficult to know how much tissue was damaged by the cholesteatoma until he was able to perform surgery. and that correcting my hearing would be secondary to ensuring all the damaged tissue from the cholesteatoma was removed, which meant we didn't know whether I would have any hearing after the surgery. We also discovered that I had a moderate to severe hearing loss in my right ear. I was scared, and I know my parents put on a brave face, but they were very concerned. I didn't let this slow me down. Over the past 18 months, in addition to school, I volunteered at KGH. I performed with Sterling Festival Theatre at their musicals for every summer, and I also helped direct one of their local productions. And also, I was working part-time at a local store. And I was trying to save money for college as well. While rehearsing for the musicals, at times I struggled with hearing the director, choreographer, and the music director. However, in the end, I was told that the performances were amazing. The day of my surgery arrived, and I was terrified. I still am. But everyone at Hotel Dieu was very understanding of my fears about the surgery, the anesthesia, and the oxygen mask. They were very helpful and caring and helped put me at ease. I woke up from the surgery, I was very frightened. And the nurses helped to calm me down, and they were very, very good with them. I spent the night at Hotel Dieu so I wouldn't have to spend an hour-long ride home after the surgery, and so that they could keep an eye on me if anything came up. 2 of the ossicles in my ear had to be removed, which means I can now only hear very loud noises in my left ear. Dr. Hollins referred me for a hearing aid assessment. I now have hearing aids, and I can't believe what a difference it's made. When I take my hearing aids out, it's literally like someone put the mute button on. So if you were watching TV and all of a sudden the mute button's on, that's what I hear. It wasn't until I first wore the hearing aids that I realized how much I was missing. I had forgotten how much I loved the sound of the rain and other soothing sounds. I can really hear the music now, like when my guitar is slightly out of tune or the piano. I've been singing my whole life, playing music and playing my instruments. And I didn't realize just how much I was missing until I got my hearing aids. My sister calls them my bionic ears, and I say that I'm a cyborg. The Bluetooth ability is actually amazing. I love it. It also allows me to sync it to my cell phone, so I'm not allowed to ignore my mom's calls, or my grandmother's, or my dad's. And it also means, as a teenager with having the hearing aids, I'm not allowed to tune out my parents anymore. But I guess that's okay. I will need one more surgery within the year to be able to ensure that all the cholesteatoma is gone, at which time Dr. Hollins is hopeful that we will be able to rebuild part of my ear. But it is likely that I will need hearing aids for the rest of my life. I'd like to thank Dr. Hall and Dr. Hollins and the great care team that was involved in my surgery. They helped my family and I through what was an extremely difficult time. And I don't even want to imagine what it would have been like without them. The continuity of care has been unbelievable, right down to liaising with St. Lawrence College and helping me with my education. Thank you very much for listening to my story today.
We really do need to modernize and expand our capabilities and capacity and equipment for ENT. Rachel's a perfect example of the kind of patient that we have to be able to serve in the future, because she comes from, you know, the western end of our Southeast Lynn, and this program really is a regional resource. It's obviously a very important service for the Kingston area, but it really is a tertiary care ear, nose, and throat program for our entire Lynn and beyond. So and she exemplifies that, so I'm really thrilled that she could be our patient today. The other thing that this clinic does is it serves as a resource to Queens and the colleges for teaching medical students, nursing students, and all the other allied health personnel, and supports research in our area as well for the university. So it really is a pivotal program. It's a very important priority for redeveloping and growing in the future, and I'm glad to see this moving ahead. And I want to thank all of the funders, especially Larry Gibson Fund, but everyone else who's been involved in supporting this. So thank you.